Hey you guys, welcome to your weekend edition, Love in General reading. This is for the element of Earth. So if you're Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising, these messages are for you for the weekend of January 19th through the 21st, 2024. So I want to thank you guys for all your love and support. Please keep in mind these are general, so they may or may not resonate, but hopefully you get some clarity. Also, if you're wanting to book a personal or private reading, just hold on. Make sure you reach out to me first because I'm making changes. All right, so we have the overall energy as the Page of Wands. We have the King of Swords. We've got the Six of Swords. We have the Seven of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, the Four of Swords. Tower came out reversed, and the Eight of Swords. Okay, so kind of feels like, for one, there's somebody that you're connected to spiritually, and it maybe feels like you guys channel each other or communicate with each other through dreams or through thought. It does seem as if maybe an air sign has been communicating with you or sending telepathic messages. I feel like you're also just kind of waiting for certain things to manifest as well. Maybe you've been having to be patient for something to happen, and it does seem like something is on the way. Whatever it is that you've been waiting for. This could be something as simple as a package, but it also could have something to do with, you know, some sort of desires or longing that you have. Seems like you're also having to take a step back and just take some sort of observation of your life. And, you know, you're also taking some sort of an assessment, maybe trying to figure out what's most important to you. You're thinking about the things that you value most in life. What can you live with and what can you live without? There also may be some sort of significance to a fire sign in your life. It kind of feels like things are quiet in your life right now. Nothing much is happening. And you're okay with it. Like you're at peace with the way things are playing out in your life. And you also might find yourself in a happy space. Maybe this is something that you've been waiting for, like you've earned some sort of peace and quiet or break. Maybe you've been working a lot and you finally have a chance to just kind of take a break. You could be taking some sort of a mini vacation, or maybe you're just driving around and looking at your surroundings and enjoying the scenery. However, it seems like out of the blue, you have some sort of anxiety attack, panic attack. Maybe something wakes you up out of your sleep. You also could have some sort of realization about a situation. And whatever this realization is, it makes you feel trapped. You suddenly feel locked in or caged in or something. I do feel like this is all mental. This is an opportunity for you to overcome your thoughts or to take back control of your thoughts. And I also get that something is like a delayed response. I feel like maybe that is why the Tower was initially reversed, and this slow energy in the beginning. So I feel like maybe you're having some sort of late response to something. It just hits you. You're like, oh my God, that's what that meant, or this is what I need to do. Something could be revealed to you in a dream as well. And it does seem like a scary dream. And you're starting to wonder what it meant, or did it mean what you think it means, or was it more symbolic? So I feel like you're worried about something that you dreamed. If you're an empath, I feel that there is someone's energy that seems like trapped around you. You're surrounded with this person's thoughts. Like you don't want to think about this person, but you are just feeling them in their energy. I feel like you need to relax this weekend. You need to take a break. That also could be doctor's orders if you're, calling an ambulance and saying that you're having some sort of a panic attack. You might not realize that something has been very traumatic or stressful, and then it just kind of hits you. If you're concerned about your finances, I feel like it's happening, it's coming, it's on the way, but it does seem to be coming in very slowly. Now, you also might literally be doing some kind of gardening outside, cutting away weeds. You might feel a little overwhelmed. I feel like something happens and you're like, oh, I painted myself into a corner. Like, how did I get entangled in this? And I'm not quite sure what it's about. It could be love related, but it might be something completely different. I also feel like you might hear some sort of scary sound. It like shocks you. Again, it could be happening while you're sleeping, or you just happen to hear some sort of sound and it scares you. You also might hear, what do you call it? You might be awake and hear some sort of phantom whistle or something, and you're like, what does that mean? It also seems like you've been wanting something to happen, but then when it happens, you feel like you weren't expecting it or you weren't ready. You're like, you thought you would be ready for something, or you thought you were prepared, but you still get thrown off guard. Even let's say if it's a living situation and you've been warned, you know you have to move, but maybe you did secure a new place, and you're in the middle of packing, your stuff is pretty much together. Then all of a sudden something happens and you have to leave now. Maybe you live in a disaster area, or maybe something happened with the landlord and there's a miscommunication and all of a sudden they're at your door telling you got to go now. Like something happens where it's like you thought you were prepared for it, and then when it happens, you're just like, you feel like you got the rug pulled from underneath you. Something just comes out of left field. You also might realize that you have feelings for somebody that you didn't know you still had feelings for. If none of this is you, I could be picking up the energy of somebody around you. You could be out somewhere and everything is just calm and, you know, going as usual. And then all of a sudden there's some sort of a rush or chaos around you. Or you're surrounded by a lot of nervous people. Now you also might be happy about someone else's, not tragedy, but let's just say your love interest has been unavailable because they've been in a relationship. Then all of a sudden you see that they changed their status to single or divorced and you're like, oh my God, you know, and you're like happy even though somebody else is suffering. But I feel like this is being happy at finding out that somebody is single or that they broke up. Somebody also might be, you know, trying to find out information about you, and they're happy to see that you're no longer in a relationship or that you're still single. You might also just out of the blue start missing somebody. You're just thinking about somebody who's probably somebody who's no longer here. It could be anybody, but I feel like it's somebody who's no longer here, and you start thinking about them and then just suddenly get emotional. I feel like something might give you anxiety in your sleep. You also go from feeling comfortable to very uncomfortable. Or secure to insecure. There also could be some kind of anxiety over a water sign. Or a water sign is thinking about you a lot, but they haven't found the courage to come forward. I feel like there may be something significant about the number 7. Your routine might get disrupted, or something could end abruptly. Something is feeling like a broken agreement or contract. So that could be work related or it could be a relationship. I feel like somebody suddenly has to move. It could be a situation too where you wanted to move and you were preparing to move and you had applied for, you know, some housing or something, and then you get a call and they're like, hey, we found a place for you, but you need to move into it today. And it's just like, what? Like, what? You know, I kind of feel like maybe something happens like that. It's like that's the overall energy that I'm getting, is that you were prepared for something. You already were aware. You were waiting. Maybe you even got tired of being patient, and then it just happens and you're like, oh, I wasn't ready. Ready but not ready, it seemed like. You also might be stressed about a situation because you are still in the dark about it. Like you just received some big news or some important information, but then you don't know where that leaves you. You're like still in the dark, or, you know, having to feel your way out of this situation. Something in regards to this agreement that you made, you feel stuck in it, or like you're trapped. You were okay with it at first, but now you're not. In a love situation, someone also may be sending mixed signals. It seems like the minute you feel comfortable on your own, somebody just reaches out to you out of the blue, talking about they want to come back or they want you back. Just something. And it might be still fresh, because it just seems like it throws you. You weren't expecting this. If you're on new medication, I feel like it's giving you jitters. Somebody's behavior might be off also, because of medication or dehydration. All right, so let's pull some energy cards. All right, additional messages for Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising for this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All right, you have strategy, action, yin and yang, overall energy, indecision. So again, it does seem like maybe you were waiting, or maybe you were waiting because you had to make a decision, or you were at a crossroads. But I feel that you're having to go back to the drawing board and re-strategize the situation. I feel like something put you on a different path. And whatever is going on is still indicating that you need to act fast, or something just starts happening really quickly. You might feel like something is meant for you. In a love situation, I feel like you're being aligned with someone who like really complements your energy. You guys, I feel like you guys complement each other. It also could be that a situation kind of puts you on a path to being aligned with whoever you need to be with. If it is not a person, it still seems like you're being in alignment. You're being put in alignment with something that you desire to do. Seeing 22s could be significant for you as well. You're going to have balance, or you're in search of balance. I feel like you need peace in your life. You do need some sort of a break. Again, going back to a medication, I feel like somebody's script is going to be changed or rewritten because of, you know, somebody having some sort of crazy side effects. Ultimately, I just see you having to make some sort of a last minute decision. Something happens and you're like, oh man, I didn't see that coming. And you're being forced on a new path. But this is, you know, what was needed to happen. You're being forced to take some sort of action, but it's putting you in alignment with what you need to be doing or who you need to be with. Yeah, so hopefully these messages help. Feel free to leave your feedback. Thank you guys for watching. Sending love and grace.